The immersive sim genre is probably my favorite game genre to exist. Games in this genre give the player actual freedom with their choices to solve issues, rather than giving them the illusion of it. Like how it is in basically any Ubisoft open world. Yeah, these are some good ass choices right here. We hardly ever get any immersive sim games nowadays because, well, they're hard to make.
This is bullshit.
And never really that profitable. You see this room in Prey 2017? This one single room? Well, there are so many ways to leave this room and enter the next room, but do you want to know how long this room took to develop? It took about 80 years. The developers are dead now. That's why we haven't gotten Prey 2. Oh, not that one, silly. I'm talking about a good game. Due to my love of the genre, when I first saw Gloomwood, an immersive sim being made by Dylan Rogers, also being published by New Blood, you know, the fellas who published ultrakill, I was bloody excited for it. It took a good few years, but it's finally out. I was provided a review copy by the mad lads at New Blood, and you're probably wondering what I think about Gloomwood. Before I answer that question, I just need to say the following. Despite a review copy being provided, I am not going to be biased towards this game. I will be fair as humanly possible and critique this game where need be. This game is fucking awesome, combining a lot of what makes immersive sim games so good, and some Thief inspiration with how enemies can detect you depending on what surface you're walking on. Gloomwood has come out of the doors swinging hard. You begin the game imprisoned in a weird ditch thing, but some fella comes and lets you out. After this, it's basically a tutorial teaching the player different mechanics very dynamically, learning how to stealth, throw bottles to distract enemies, you know, all that shite. But this is also where you get your first weapon. It's a cane sword, and it's fucking awesome. Now, this is where the game basically sets you free in the first level, and it's an extremely strong first level. It's so tightly designed, so many different paths you can take to get to the same objective. It also loops around on itself, and you get that Dark Souls 1, oh, it's this area moment. A very rare feeling you get in a lot of games. It's great. That reminds me actually, unlike with other immersive sims, you can't save scum in this game. You can only save at these gramophones, and you know when they're nearby because they play this lovely tune. It's like the save rooms from Resident Evil. Speaking of Resident Evil actually, Gloomwood has an incredible horror atmosphere too. This is just ticking the boxes of games that appeal to me. The second area, the cave, oozes with this horror atmosphere when it begins. You read a note about how dogs have escaped and you see this big collection of open cages. Now you probably aren't intimidated, it's just dogs, maybe it's a bunch of little corgis or some shit. What the fuck is that? There was actually this one thing that happened that I want to talk about because it surprised me. I killed one of these dogs and threw its body off this edge here because, I don't know, I just felt like it. I noticed there was another dog down there, so I thought it'd be funny traumatizing it by throwing his mate's corpse on him. Well, later down the line, I ended up going down there and I noticed that the dog was distracted, munching on his mate's corpse that I threw down there, allowing me to sneak kill the little fucker. It's just incredible shit. It's small, but it's cool. It's cool, guys, come on. The weaponry in the game is stupendous. It does that immersive shit where you can check your ammo count, not by looking at the UI, but by holding R, playing an animation where the character actually checks the gun to see how much ammo is in it. It's just so fucking good. There's also a shotgun in the game. It's an incredible shotgun. Do I really need to say more? Gloomwood has limited content currently. The game is in early access, but the content that is there right now is some quality shit, and I cannot wait to see what else the game has in store for me in the future. It's shaping up to be a great immersive sim, and I would love to see more of these types of games in the future. If you're interested in Gloomwood, I will link the Steam page down in the description if you want to check it out. If you get it today, there's actually a little discount, and you can't really go wrong for 14 quid. Also, it will probably increase in price later down the line like Ultrakill did, so I'd recommend getting it right now.